Hey everybody! Welcome back to Top 10 to Go. Today, we're talking about the city that never sleeps, New York City. For all of you planning a trip there soon, you're in for a treat. We're counting down the top 10 places you absolutely have to see. Get ready for iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and maybe even a celebrity sighting or two. Hey, you never know! So buckle up, grab your Metro card, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing travel adventures. Let's go! First up, we're kicking things off in the heart of it all, Times Square. Imagine being surrounded by giant billboards, Broadway theaters, and, well, a whole lot of people. But hey, that's the charm of it, right? It's like stepping into a movie set, except it's real life, and you might bump into someone wearing a giant Elmo costume. Over 50 million people visit Times Square every year. That's more than the entire population of California. Now, a little travel tip: if you want to experience the magic without the massive crowds, try going early in the morning or even after midnight. You'll get those stunning photos without feeling like you're in the middle of a flash mob. Next up, we're trading those bright lights for some green space. Central Park. It's like a giant breath of fresh air in the middle of all those skyscrapers. We're talking 843 acres of trees, meadows, lakes, and even a castle. And no, it's not just for pigeons. You can rent a bike, have a romantic stroll, or just plop down on a bench and people watch, which, let's be honest, is a sport in itself in New York City. Fun fact: did you know Central Park has been featured in over 350 movies? If those trees could talk, imagine the stories they'd tell. And here's a travel tip: if you really want to experience the park like a true New Yorker, take a horse-drawn carriage ride. It's romantic, it's charming, and hey, the horses work hard, they deserve a little snack break. Okay, we're talking iconic landmarks here. It's the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. This is where dreams came true for so many immigrants arriving in America. Taking a ferry to the Statue of Liberty is a must-do, but here's a little secret: you can actually get amazing views of the statue for free. Just hop on the Staten Island ferry. It's free, it's scenic, and you get to see the city's skyline too. Next up, it's the Brooklyn Bridge, folks. This bridge isn't just a way to get from point A to point B, it's an experience. Walking across the Brooklyn Bridge is like stepping back in time, with those steel cables and stunning views of the Manhattan skyline. It's no wonder it's one of the most photographed bridges in the world. Now here's a tip: if you want those Instagram-worthy shots without a million photobombs, try walking across early in the morning, especially around sunrise. You'll have the bridge practically to yourself, and the lighting is simply magical. All right, folks, it's time to reach for the sky, literally. We're talking about the Empire State Building, one of the most famous skyscrapers in the world, and a true icon of New York City. For 40 years, it actually was the tallest building in the world. Can you believe that? Now, a trip to New York City wouldn't be complete without soaking in those panoramic city views from the 86th floor Observatory. But here's a little tip: book your tickets online in advance. Trust me, you don't want to waste your precious vacation time standing in line. Hold on to your wallets, everybody, because we're heading to Fifth Avenue. This is where you'll find all those fancy schmancy stores you've heard about. Tiffany's, Saks, Apple, you name it, they got it. It's basically a shopper's paradise, but even if you're like me and prefer browsing to actually spending money, Fifth Avenue is a must-see. It's not just about the stores, it's the whole vibe. The window displays are like works of art, the people watching is top-notch, and you're bound to stumble upon some hidden gems along the way. And speaking of gems, did you know Fifth Avenue is also home to St. Patrick's Cathedral and Rockefeller Center? Talk about a change of pace. Get ready for a show, because we're heading to Broadway. This is the heart of the theater district, where dreams are made, and those show tunes get stuck in your head for days. From classic musicals like The Phantom of the Opera, which, by the way, has been running for over 35 years, to the hottest new shows, Broadway has something for everyone. Here's a tip for you theater lovers: if you're flexible with your show choices, check out the TKTS booth in Times Square for discounted tickets. You can snag some great deals, and hey, who doesn't love a bargain? 5. Next up, we're taking our park game to new heights, literally. We're talking about the High Line, a former railway line that's been transformed into a beautiful elevated park. You can stroll along the High Line, enjoy the unique city views, and even grab a bite to eat from one of the many food vendors, because let's be real, exploring makes you hungry. And here's a fun fact. The High Line is a prime spot for spotting public art installations. All aboard for our next stop, Grand Central Terminal. Now, I know what you're thinking. A train station? Really? But trust me on this one, folks. Grand Central isn't just any train station. It's an architectural masterpiece. I mean, have you seen the ceiling? It's like a work of art, even if it was painted backwards by mistake. Who knew constellations could be so confusing? And here's a fun little challenge for you. Find the Whispering Gallery. Stand in opposite corners of this magical spot, and you can hear each other whisper from across the room. Last but not least, we're ending our New York City adventure on a high note. Literally. We're talking about the One World Observatory, sitting pretty at the top of the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. From up here, you get those jaw-dropping panoramic views of the city that will make you say, wow, New York City, you're kinda amazing. Now here's a tip: book your tickets in advance, especially if you want to catch those magical sunset views. And hey, if you happen to see my face on a billboard while you're up there, don't forget to wave. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of New York City. We've seen the lights, the parks, the bridges, and everything in between. Now it's your turn. Which of these amazing places is at the top of your must-see list? Let me know in the comments below. I'm dying to hear all about your New York City adventures. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Top 10 to Go for more travel fun. And hit that bell icon so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, always be kind to your fellow travelers.